New to the carnivore diet and feeling lost. I started as a total beginner too, no clue what I was doing. But I went from confused to dropping 20 kilos in a year, and I'll show you how. Stick around for the 10 tips that makes it easier to start and keep going. Step number 1. When I first heard about the carnivore diet, I didn't even know what it meant to eat only meat. It sounded strange because most diet pushed vegetables and variety, not just beef and bacon. But I was tired of feeling bloated and low on energy, so I decided to give it a shot. The big question is figuring out what to eat without overthinking it. Sticking to meat sounds simple, but people mess it up by adding stuff like sauces or side they don't need. Why? Because they're scared of missing out flavor or nutrients. But here's the thing. Meat has everything your body needs, and studies shows that people thrive on it. Some worry they'll get bored eating steak every day, but that's nonsense. You just switch up cuts like ribeye or pork chops. Try starting with ground beef, it's cheap and it's easy. Don't go buying fancy spices you won't use. You'll end up at a grocery list that's just short and a plain that's dead and simple. No confusions, just meat and your plate, and your body starts feeling better fast. Picking up the right meat is only half the battle. Next, you got to cook it right. And the second part is cooking meat every day sounds like a chore if you've never done it before. I started with zero skills, burning steaks and undercooking chicken like a rookie. Carnivore diet works best when you can make your food taste good without much effort. The trick is keeping it easy while avoiding dry, boring meals. Overcooking kills the flavor. That's why I used to dread eating. A solid reason to get it right is you stick with the diet longer if it tastes good. Use a pan, some salt and medium heat. That's it. Some say you need fancy grills or tools, but that's just overkill. A cheap skillet works fine. Burn a burger. Flip it sooner next time. You get juicy, tasty meat every meal without spending hours in the kitchen. It's so simple you wonder why you ever struggled. Now that cooking is covered, let's talk about how much meat you actually need. But before we go into step number 3, I have a free guide for you that guarantees you to lose 5 pounds in just 7 days. I have every tip and tricks that you know on that you can start the carnivore diet and lose weight fast. Click the link down in the description and download your own copy, and I will help you to get started in the best way on the carnivore diet. The third point is, as a beginner, I had no idea how much meat to eat on this diet. I either stuff myself silly or finish in a meal still hungry. Figuring out portions is key to feel full and keeping energy steady. And the fourth point is, before carnivore, I ate whenever I felt like it. Usually 3 meals plus snacks. Starting this diet, I had to rethink when to eat because meat fills you up differently. Timing can make or break how you feel. The goal is to stop snacking and space out meal out right. And you maybe wonder why, because constant eating messes with your digestion and meat needs time to process. 2 big meals like noon and 6 p.m. works better than nibbling all day. Some say they need snacks to keep going, but that's old habits talking. You won't miss them after a week. Skip the late night bites and watch your sleep improve. You get a rhythm that keeps you full and focused without constant food breaks. It's less hassle and more results. Once timing down, you'll notice your body changing in ways you didn't expect. And the fifth thing is, I started carnivore to fix my energy, but body started to shift fast. Weight dropped, my skin cleared up, and even my brain feels sharper. These changes hits you quick when you stick to meat. The catch is trusting it happen even when you feel weird at first. Your body's ditching carbs, you might feel off for a few days, and that's normal. And why? Because it's switching fuel and that takes effort. Some quit because they push past it. I felt better by day 5. Don't cheat with bread, just power through with extra steak. You wake up leaner, clearer head and ready for anything in under a month. It's real and it's yours if you stay with it. But those early days can trip you up if you're not ready for the side effects. The 6th point is my first week on Carnivore wasn't all smooth sailing. I got headaches and I feel tired. That's common when you drop carbs cold turkey. Knowing what's coming helps you handle it better. You got to push through the rough start, or you give up too soon. The reason is your body's freaking out without sugar. It's used to that junk. Salt helps, sip broth or adding it to your meat. Some think it's dangerous to feel bad, but it's not. It's temporary. I slept it off and ate more. Don't wimp out and grab a soda. You come out the other side with 0 cravings and your body that runs like a machine. It's worth the few days of grit. Once you're past that, keep it cheap becomes the next hurdle. 7th point is I worried the carnivore diet would drain my wallet with all that meat. Turns out it doesn't have to if you shop smart. Beginners can eat well without breaking the bank. The key is buying right or you'll overspend fast. Meat's pricier than pasta, sure, but cheap cuts like shuck roast or eggs work just as well. And why you melt under? They're filling and packed with what you need. Some say steak's the only way, but that's nonsense. Ground beef is a winner and half the cost. Don't shop fancy, hit the discount store instead. You'll keep your budget tight and still eat like a king every day. It's affordable if you plan it. Cheap eats are great, but stick to it. The diet long term takes discipline. And point 8, after a month, I realized carnivore isn't a quick fix, it's a lifestyle. Sticking with it means saying no to old habits like pizza nights. That's where the real tests come in. You gotta stay committed or you'll sail back to feeling lousy. And why? Your body thrives on meat and junk drags it down. Science backs that up. Craving hits when you're stressed, but eating a burger beats grabbing chips every time. Some things one cheat won't hurt, but it snowballs, trust me. I tried. Say no once and it gets easier. You build up a habit that keeps you strong and stays for years, not weeks. It's a life upgrade, not a diet fad. Commitment's one piece, handling questions from others is another. And this 9th point is friends and family freaked out when I said I only eat meat now. They'd asked if I'm skipping veggies or if I'd die or screw it. Dealing with that noise is part of the deal. You need to explain it without losing your cool, or they nag you forever. Meat's got all the nutrition you need. That's why I'm fine months later. And vitamin C, steak got enough. Some say you're crazy, but they're the ones that tired and bloating. Flip it on them. Practice a quick answer like it works for me and move on. You shut down the doubters and feel confident in your choice. No more awkward debates, just resolved. While they're talking, you're prepping for the long haul with tricks like this next one. And the 10th point is months into carnivore, I needed ways to keep it fresh without breaking the rules. Eating the same things daily can get old if you're letting it. Little tweaks makes it fun and sustainable. When you mix it up or you burn out eventually. Why? Because routine's great, but boredom kills motivation. That's human nature. Add bacon one day, try liver the next. It's still meat. You're different. Some say it's variety risks, but it's not. You're not adding carbs, just switching cut. Struggling to lose weight on the carnivore diet now that you're over 40. I've got the top 5 mistakes you're probably making, and I'll show you how to fix them without wasting time. I've helped people just like you drop 20 pounds in 30 days with this exact advice. Stick around and I'll give you a pre-checklist to make these fixes super easy. Want to know the one mistake that could keep you stuck for years? Mistake number 1, eating too much fat. When you start the carnivore diet over 40, you might think eating lots of fat will help you lose weight fast because people say so online. This diet is only meat and fat is part of it. So you might eat lots of bacon or fatty steaks every day, but eating too much fat can stop you from losing weight, especially now that you are older. Too much fat keeps you from losing weight because it has a lot of calories. And over 40, your body doesn't use up calories as fast as it used to. 1 pound of fat has more than 3,000 calories, so even a little extra adds up quick. For example, if you eat 2 big fatty steaks instead of smaller lean ones, you could add 500 calories and not even know it. Some people say fatty makes us feel full, and that's true, but if you don't watch it, you eat more than your body can burn, and your weight stays the same. I've seen people over 40 switch to lean meats like chicken or thin beef and lose weight in just a week. Some might say lean meat isn't that yummy, but you can add salt or cook it good to make it taste great. Keep fat to a small part of your food. Pick lean meats and you'll see pounds go away in a few days. You'll feel full without adding weight you don't want. Now that you know about fat, let's talk about the planning mistake that messes people up with the carnivore diet. Mistake number 2, skipping meal plan. If you're over 40 and new to the carnivore diet, you might be bossy with it, work, family. You don't plan your meals. The diet sounds easy, just eat meat, but if you don't make a plan, you're asking for problems. I'll meet people who thought they could eat whatever meat they found and still lose weight. But that's not how it goes. Not planning meals hurts your weight loss because you might eat too much or not eat enough without knowing it. If you don't get ready, you could eat a big dinner because you miss lunch, and that messes up your calories. One guy I know gained 3 pounds in a week because he kept eating little bits of meat all day. Planning makes your meals even, like 6 ounces of beef 3 times a day, and that could help you lose weight. Some say planning takes too long, but 10 minutes a week saves you from mistakes later. People who don't plan get stuck, but planners lose 10 pounds in a month. Write a fast list of meals for the week, like burgers or steak, and you reach your weight loss goals without a mess. It less worry and more when winning, nice and easy. With meal fixed, let's look at the body problem you can't skip if you want to lose weight. Mistake number 3, ignoring digestion issues. When you switch to carnivore diet over 40, your body has to get used to no plants, and that can mess you up your tummy right away. Many new people get constipation or feel puffy because there's no fiber, but they keep going anyway. I've heard from folks who thought it would fix itself, but not Fixing it slows down your weight loss a lot. Not fixing tummy problems stops you because a slow gut makes you feel heavy and puffy. With no fiber, your body needs more water and salt keeps things moving, or you get stuck. One lady I talked to couldn't go for days, held extra water weight, and almost stopped the diet. Drinking more water and adding salt helps. Try 8 glasses of water and a tablespoon each day. Some say I don't want to keep track of that too. Too bad. If you don't, you feel bad, but people who lose 5 pounds of puffiness in a week, I've seen people feel rotten when a small change could keep them going. Drink water and use salt every day, and you'll get rid of puffiness and see real weight loss soon. Your energy will go up, so you stay happy and strong. Now that your tummy is good, let's see why stopping too early is a big mistake. Mistake number 4, giving up too soon. If you're over 40 and new to carnivore, the first weeks can feel hard without wanting other foods or feeling tired. A lot of people stop early. You might begin well, but day 10 you miss bread or feel slow and you want to quit. I've seen new people give up before the diet can even help them lose weight. Stopping too soon keeps you from losing weight because your body needs 30 days to get used to it and start using fat right. It takes time to stop eating bread and energy and start using fat energy. And if you quit at 2 weeks, you miss the good part. One man I know stopped at day 15 with a no weight loss, but his body kept going and lost 12 pounds by day 40. You have to keep going because your body changes and then the pounds drop faster. Some say, but I feel bad now. That's okay. Eat meat and drink water and it gets better. People who say stays heavy, people who finish lose weight. Stay with it for 30 days and you find a spot where weight comes off and you don't want other foods anymore. You'll be happy that you didn't quit when you are going to look back. After you make it past that, there's one more mistake about moving your body you need to watch out for. Mistake number 5, avoiding exercise. When you start the carnivore diet over 40, you might think the diet alone will take care of the weight loss. So you don't move your body at all. The diet stops bread and that can take you off pound. But many people over 40 sits all day and wonder why they stop losing. I've talked to folks who lost 5 pounds when they stuck because they didn't add any moving. Not moving slows your weight loss because your body needs help to use more calories, especially since it's slower over 40. Walking or lifting weights for 20 minutes a day can make you lose fat twice as fast. Tests shows it's true. One lady I know started walking and went from 2 pounds to 6 pounds lost in a month. Another who sat stayed the same. Moving makes muscles and muscles use more calories even when you're resting. Some says, but I'm tired or my knees hurts. Starting in 10 minutes, it gets easier, not like sitting and seeing no change. People who don't move hit the wall. People who do keep losing pounds. Take a short walk or a light weight lift and you see the scale go down faster and your body gets firmer in weeks. You feel tougher too, which makes the diet feel good. The number one hack that carnivore that will save you money. Let's be real. One of the first thing people will worry about with the carnivore diet is how much it's going to cost. High quality meat sounds amazing, but when you're looking at grass-fed ribeye or fancy steak cuts, it can feel like the diet is only for people with a huge budget. But the good news is it doesn't have to be that way. Here's the deal. A lot of the people thinks that you need to spend a fortune on premium meat to get the results. And that's not just true. Ribeye is great and if you can afford it, but you don't need it to succeed. The hack is to sticking to affordable and nutritional packed staples like ground beef, eggs, and chicken thighs. These foods are easy to find, packed with everything your body needs, and way cheaper than those fancy cuts. Some people might say, but doesn't that mean I'm sacrificing quality? These options still gives you all the benefits without crazy price tags. Plus, when you keep it simple, it's always easier to plan meals, avoid wasting foods, and actually sticks to the diet in long term. By making this one small shift, you'll save money, stop stressing over the prices of meat, and still see all the results you're looking for. The carnivore diet doesn't have to drain your wallet. And save money is just the start. Let's talk about how to make carnivore work even when you are busy. Point 2 is that the hack that makes the carnivore easy for busy people. Because when we talk about how busy life gets, between work, kids and everything else going on, cooking full meals every day, that's just not happening. And honestly, a lot of people quit carnivore because they think it takes too much time. Because it doesn't have to be like that. Because here's the thing, people overcomplicate this diet all the time. They get caught up in fancy recipes and time-consuming meal preps, and before they know it, they will burn out on this fantastic diet. Here's the hack. Batch cooking. Take 1 or 2 days a week and cook up a big batch of simple stuff. Ground beef, chicken thighs, boiled egg, and that is it. Throw it in the freezer and you set for the week. And I know you might think this is going to be boring, but trust me, having a ready eating meals on the hand makes everything so much easier. And when you get hungry or even in a rush, you don't have to make scramble options or risk grabbing something that is out of plan. It is just there ready to go. Batch cooking takes the stress out of meal prep and gives you back so much time. Plus you always have something carnivore friendly on hand. Sticking to this diet is no-brainer. And now we're talking about meal prep and have sorted this out. Let's talk about how to stay on track when cravings hits. The third thing is the hack that kills cravings and keeps you full. Cravings can derail even the most committed carnivore. They sneak you up on you, especially when you're stressed or tired. But there's a simple way to fight back and stay on track. Most cravings happens because you're not eating enough fat. Fat is the key to feeling full and satisfied on the carnivore diet. Many people make the mistake of focusing too much on protein and not enough on fatty cuts, like meat, pork belly, 80-20 ground beef or ribeye. You might eating more fat while leading to weight gain, but it actually helps to regulate hunger and energy levels. And butter, tallow or other healthy animal fats, your meat and cravings will disappear. Without cravings, you stick to the diet without feeling deprived or tempted. Eating enough fat makes cravings a thing of the past. Keep you full and satisfied all day. It's the easiest way to stay consistent and see the results. Now that cravings aren't an issue, let's dive into how to keep things interesting so you don't feel bored with the meals. The hack that makes the carnivore exciting. One of the biggest myths of the carnivore diet is that it is boring. People think just steak, and even more steak. But there's actually a way to keep things exciting while sticking to a simple carnivore-friendly foods. The trick is to mix things up with the methods and try different textures and flavors. Grilling, slow cooking, air frying, or even broiling can completely change the way your meals taste. Want more variety? Rotate between different cuts of meat, briskets, lamb chops, chicken, or even some seafood like salmon or shrimps. You might think that it takes a lot of effort, but it really doesn't. Most of these methods are simple as seasoning your meat and letting the oven air fryer do the work. Plus, changing up how you prepare your food can make every meal feel new, even if you're using the same ingredients. By switching up your cooking methods and protein choices, you'll stay excited about your meals by keeping things easy and stress-free. Now that you got variety covered, let's talk about the one thing that ties everything together: being consistent. Because let's face it, no hack even matter more if you can't stick to the diet in the long term. And the fifth thing is that the hack that keeps you consistent. Staying consistent is the hardest part of any diet, including carnivore. Life happens, busy schedule, social events, and even self-doubt can make you tough to stick with. But there's a simple hack that makes the consistency so much easier. The secret is that you plan ahead of time when sticking to the carnivore will be so much more challenging. Keeping easy snacks like hard-boiled egg, beef jerky, check if it's no added sugar, or cooked bacon on hand when you are on the go and too busy to cook. When eating out, stick to the simple options like burgers without the bun or steak without no sauces. You might think planning ahead sounds tedious, but it is really about having a backup plan. Knowing that you are prepared takes the stress out of dedication making, especially you're hungry or surrounded by temptations, non-carnivore foods. Planning ahead helps you stay consistent even when life gets hectic. You'll feel in control when you're confident about your choices, no matter the situation. With these 5 hacks in your toolkit, you're set up to make the carnivore simple, sustainable, and stress-free. These hacks saves you money, it saves you time, it killing off cravings, adding variety, and will help you stay consistent. And all you need to thrive on the carnivore diet. If this helps you, don't forget to click on the next video here and we'll talk more about carnivore and how it can help you. Click on this video and I'll see you over there.